To determine and talk about the golf swing as a three-part: backswing, impact, and then we're going to talk about follow-through. Still a very simple way of looking at it, and a lot of those principles in the two-part golf swing will still be relevant. But now we're going to talk about impact a little clearer as well. But before that, we're going to start talking about our backswing. And in terms of being a three-piece motion, the backswing is one of those pieces. And of course, I can break it down in so many different segments, but I think the athlete likes to see the full picture and have a basic understanding of what we're doing. And as a golf instructor, I see a lot of variances in how we swing the golf club. So I don't like to be too strict. Know that my philosophy is driven off my body type and my experiences. So I'm trying to give you a cleaner template to start from and really listen to those experiences as we go forward. But with our three-part golf swing, we're going to talk about the golf swing and the backswing as one piece move. Our biggest desire is to get these bigger muscles involved and to be in a position that keeps us on track to get back to the golf ball in a very similar position that we started from. A lot of the posture, address, grip, ball position videos are in the segments related to setup. So I recommend you take a look and maybe purchase those as a reference. But we want to talk about the backswing as one move. And as you recall, we talked about ways to reference that backswing as one move, starting from here and getting the club up to the top, maintaining our head position, and a lot of the structure we have below the knees. Below the knees is the structural foundation of our golf swing. The head is the roof, and those are the parts that we don't want to move. I like to say everything above the knee, below the neck, and the arms are the windmill blade and the mechanical parts that we can use in the golf swing. That being said, we want to make sure we have a good solid base as we take the club up to the top. All right? Couple things that we see. Reference the Ferris wheel, the person moving steep, or the flying saucer, someone that's a little flat going back. But either way, we want a one-piece swing, and referencing the lower body, we want a quiet lower body when we take our golf swing. Okay? So, set up, and I'm going to go ahead and hit a golf shot here. And I'm going to use our zombie walk timing of 1, 2 for the two parts. 1, 2. Okay? So with our three-part golf swing, it's still very much 1, 2, but we're putting more emphasis and giving you some understanding of what we're doing through the impact area as that third part. Okay? But to get to impact, we have to create the correct position or something that allows us to get back to the ball in relation to the top of our backswing. So when we referenced our backswing earlier, we talked about the feeling of feeling like we're almost lifting our arm to punch down, or taking a golf ball and feeling like we're taking that up to throw it down, as a feeling of where we should be at the top of our backswing. We also discussed from our address position, hinging up, club over shoulder, turning our shoulders and lifting our hands up to give us a feel of where that club should be as well. Now you notice in both of those instances, my lower body didn't change much. The structural foundation of my golf swing stayed primarily the same. Hip I can use. Don't have to, but I can use that. Can use that element. Shoulders I can use. My core I can use. But as soon as my lower body starts swaying, or I have a reverse pivot, and I'm changing the dynamics below in my building, I have to recover from that, and athletic intelligence will force my body wherever it needs to be to make it happen, just to get it out there somewhere. But we know that affects consistency, okay? So in referencing that lower body, we do not want to see the hip go away as we take the club up to the top. This wasn't our original position. And when we do this, sometimes we get the reverse pivot with the head dipping and weight being forward and back. Sometimes we get it where the weight gets in the heel. But whenever I see this gap like this, or this activity in the lower body, which we don't see in a quarterback unless he's getting sacked, or in tennis, unless you're out of position, we don't want to be this, lacking this much structural integrity below in any part of our golf swing, or else we have to recover until we're athletic before we can even think about doing anything to get through the golf shot. So this lower body has to remain fairly stable, and there's some ways to practice that, okay? So referencing a quiet lower body, there's a simple drill that will help you feel that. Take your stance, move your right foot in line with the golf ball, left foot close, and it goes back behind you on its tippy toes. And all I want you to do here is to try to take a full motion, feeling like you're using more of your lever system and upper body, but still being conscious and aware of your balance, okay? And not having a lot of movement below throughout the entire motion. So let's go ahead and try to hit one of these. So on balance, back through, okay? So that's a full motion where I didn't engage the lower body at all. Now, of course, I want that part to be involved in the full picture, but I have a theory as an athlete. I don't think we talk to the hips, talk to the body as much as we talk to the lever system. Our mind just can't talk to that part. I've seen several kids that I'll give a golf ball, throw it as far as you can. I see, and they throw it. The thing that I believe is subconsciously they're only thinking about what their arm is doing and their body's just going along for the ride, right? And I really feel like that's sort of how I played sports. Always had control of the lever system when I played basketball, and my body kind of went along with what I was doing. So we really want to feel the lever system in our golf swing as the main thing moving. The kicker, the foot is going to be the main thing moving in the action. The thrower, the lever system, arm is going to be moving the most in that action. So that's the other reason why having a quiet base is crucial, okay? I may do some other videos with balance beams, but all of the golfers I grew up watching, Tom Watson, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, most of them maintain an element of flex in this back knee as they take the club up to the top, okay? We don't see a lot of straightening of that leg as we go up, so I want you to be very, very mindful of having a quiet lower body and keeping a little flex in that knee so we're stable and able to be athletic through the entire motion, okay?